Hi everybody, this is Radley Valentine, and I am if you don't know me, if you're just getting introduced to me, I am the Hay House author of How to Be Your Own Genie. This is a new book that's just coming out. I am currently the Hay House author of all this stuff over here. I keep getting the mirror mixed up. All this stuff over here. And I am so excited about this book coming out. And so Hay House told me that I could pop on their page and tell you a little bit about it. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I am a recovering certified public accountant. And I'm sorry, I have had a little bit of a cold. I don't always sound like Kathleen Turner, so this is just a little bit of a cold that I have. But I am super excited to tell you about how to be your own genie. Now, I was a certified public accountant, but it just didn't feel right to me. It didn't feel like my life. It didn't feel like what I was really meant to do in this world. But what I did love is I loved Hay House. I loved everything about Hay House. I loved their authors. I loved Louise. I loved all of the ways that they taught us and brought us all this joy in our lives. And I'm like, that's what I want. That's the life I want for myself. And so I tried to create that for myself, but it didn't go all that well. I quit my accounting job and I tried to make a go of it as a spiritual teacher and a speaker, but it just didn't work out. And so I got scared. I went to my fear, which is one of the things that How to Be Your Own Genie talks about, that going into fear absolutely does not work for you. It won't get you where you want to be. And so I went back to accounting for the government, and you know, it's like I have so much compassion and sympathy for government employees. Thank you for all the things that you do for us, because it's a very difficult environment in which to try to accomplish things. And so what I did was I went to work for the government, and I did that for a couple of years, but it just didn't work for me. I couldn't make myself, I just was unhappy. And so one day I walked back into my job, and my government accounting job, and I just couldn't log on. I could not make myself log on to the to work, to do some work. And so I quit again. And the second time that I quit, it worked. Everything went great. And so you may be asking yourself, okay, Radley, what was the difference? Well, I tell you in How to Be Your Own Genie. But let me give you a little bit of a few clues on how it worked the second time and what made me want to write this book. The second time that I quit my accounting job, suddenly everything worked. Suddenly I'm making angel tarot cards and oracle cards and writing books for Hay House. Over the last 5 years alone, I've traveled to speak at 70 different events. I've spoken at like 15 different I Can Do It events. I've been in 10 different countries. I'm constantly getting to teach and to speak and to follow my joy and my bliss and my happiness. And what was partially different about that was I started to listen to my guidance. Now, one of the things that my guidance said was my angels coming to me and saying, Radley. And I'm like, what? And they're like, you're a vegetarian. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And they're like, yeah, you are. You're a vegetarian. And I'm like, I don't want to be a vegetarian. What about cheeseburgers? And they're like, vegetarian. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll be a vegetarian. And then the next thing that happened was my angels came to me and said, Radley. And I'm like a little wary. I'm like, what? And they're like, you're sober. And I'm like, no, please don't say that. No, you're sober. And I'm like, but what about martinis? And they're like, sorry, you're sober. And so I'm like, fine, I'm sober. So then my angels came back to me again. They said, Radley. And I said, la, 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 I can't hear you. And they're like, we know you can hear you. Stop being silly. Take your fingers out of your ears. And I'm like, okay, fine. And what they said to me was, guess what, Radley? You don't do caffeine anymore. And I just said, fine. I don't do caffeine anymore. I didn't care about it that much anymore. Not like cheeseburgers and martinis anyway. But here's the thing. Suddenly everything took flight. Everything started to happen. All of my dreams come true started to happen. Now, it might sound like my angels were being a little mean with me, but they're not. Angels are beings of love and devotion. And one of the things that they do is that they help make you a vibrational match to the life that you want to live, to the life that you've been hoping to live, to the life of joy that you deserve as a perfect, beautiful, amazing, magical child of God or goddess or the divine or source or the universe. I don't care. You pick your term. It's all the same to me. So in the book, How to Be Your Own Genie, what I teach you is how to get in touch with that inner genie. That inner genie is that part of the magical divine that is within you. And one of the things we first talk about is how to get out of the genie lamp or genie bottle. Because think about the stories you've heard about genies. None of the magic ever happens inside the lamp. It happens once the genie's outside the lamp. And so what are those things that keep you from getting out of the genie lamp? Well, there's 3 of them. They're in here. And so this is the type of things that I explain in How to Be Your Own Genie. Because the desire is to help you get in touch with the angels, get in touch with your perfect language of the divine. There's a chapter in here on genie love, on prosperity and abundance, on those pesky other genies who are trying to manifest stuff that you don't really want to manifest, and how that all works. This is my guide to how to manifest the magical life that you were born to live. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Hay House's page and see. So Chelsea, I'm just letting you know that people are saying that the link isn't working to How to Be Your Own Genie. I'm just telling you that's what they're saying. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. So if you pre-order this book, Hay House is giving away $79 worth of free stuff. $79. That's 5 times the price of the book, almost, depending on your currency rate. But it's like, so what do you get for free? Well, first of all, you get a 3-part video series by me to help you get started on having that magical life, because this book doesn't ship until like the 28th, 29th, 30th, something like that of November. And so this will let you get started right away on creating the magical life that you were born to live. So a 3-part video series by me. Also, a meditation on abundance and prosperity by accessing your inner genie that is there. And also, it was my absolute honor and privilege to get to be interviewed for the Hay House World Summit by the amazing Robert Holden. Robert Holden is like, honestly, just pure love. The man is amazing. And so you'll get access to all of this free stuff. All you have to do is go to the page where go to the Genie Launch page. The link is included in this post. And when you get there, you have the ability to order from all kinds of booksellers, whoever you want, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Hay House, whoever. And you have the ability to pre-order the book. And once you've done that, you can go back, put in your receipt number and your email address, and poof, like magic, you get access to all this free stuff. Okay, so let's answer some questions. Let's do some readings. So Amy Iris is saying, could you let tell me my angels' names? So, all right, so what I'm getting for you right away is Sandra, but it's spelled kind of funny. Angels like funny spellings. I don't know why. But Sandra, Sandra, and also Jennifer. So also Jennifer, and that's spelled the typical way. So those are your guardian angels' names. So I really suggest that all you need to do is sit down and have a conversation with them. That's how I started. I sat down one day and looked at a beautiful painting called Watchers in the Night. And I looked at that painting and I said, you guys seem to know me, I don't know you, I'd like to know your names. And immediately I heard my primary guardian angel's name, Joshua. And it kind of freaked me out. But it's like that started everything for me. It started all of my relationships with my guardian angels. Everybody has at least 2. And I talk about that in here because I get angels your magical heavenly helpers. Because angels and guardian angels and archangels, they're sort of like heavenly genies in a way. No, they don't necessarily go boom, boom, blink. But they do help us to get the magical life that we want to live. Okay, so let's see over here. Pamela's asking for her guardian angel names. And so the first thing that I'm coming up with is Anna. So, and it's just typical A-N-N-A. So Anna and Charles. So you have, so keep in mind, one of the things about angels is that they don't actually typically have genders, but they have an energy that sort of feels like what a gender feels like to us. And so for you, Anna has that feminine, soothing, comforting kind of energy. Charles has more of a commanding presence. You might have a sense where you don't feel safe sometimes. And because you don't feel safe sometimes, you have this need for a guardian angel that will be a strong presence. Charles is a really big presence. It's a really big, powerful energy presence. Feels almost a little bit like an Archangel Michael kind of energy, though keep in mind, archangels cannot be guardian angels, even though archangels can be with you all the time. Uriel and Gabriel are with me all the time. But, you know, that's very important to kind of remember. It's very important for you to remember that angels require that we ask for their assistance. So it's important that you ask for your angel's assistance. Now, if you're just now joining us, hi, I'm Radley Valentine. I'm the best-selling Hay House author of all of this stuff over here. And I'm very excited about my new book that's coming out, How to Be Your Own Genie. So let's see. So Becca's asking, is my dad my guardian angel? No, because angels and human souls are not the same things. Now, your dad is undoubtedly with you and with you all the time and looking after you and providing for you guidance and comfort and support. Sorry, I've had a cold. Okay, providing you support. But also, but you still have guardian angels. Everybody has at least 2 guardian angels. And so you can be assured of that at all times. Okay. All right, so let's see. I love your shirt. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. Let's see. Let's see. So Rhonda is saying, I'd love my guardian angels' names. So keep in mind that even if I don't give you your guardian angel names, you can always get them. Just sit down and be in a place of peace. Sit down, and I talk about this in my new book, How to Be Your Own Genie. Sit down in a place of peace and just ask. Whatever the first thing is that comes to you, don't question it. Just trust and believe that it's the right thing. And then ask your angels for signs. Ask your angels for signs about to give you validation. Now, if you hear Eva in your mind and you think that's your angel's names, but then for the next few days, all you see is Ava, 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 then perhaps you might kind of misunderstood it. But usually the angels will give you some sort of support or proof that you got the right name. So let's see. Take a min, haha. So let's see. Is Matt one of my angel names? You know what, Jackie? If that is what you have got, then go with it. Trust it. It's like, in a sense, angels sort of kind of don't care about that. All they care is that you're talking to them. You can call them Rover. They don't care. All they care is that they love you and they genuinely care about you. And so if the name that you're getting is Matt, go with that, because you are the absolute best person to determine what your intuitive and perfect divine path is. And so I wish you much time with Matt, but you have a second one. And the name that is coming to me is Shauna. It's S-H-A-W-N-A, Shauna. Everybody has at least 2 guardian angels. So let's see. Should you put white light around yourself when you ask for angel signs? You know, it's like, if that feels right to you, then I think that's great. I like to start any kind of communication with my angels with Archangel Michael, because his name means he who is like God. He's the archangel of safety and protection. And again, I give you all this information in here about all the primary 15 archangels. But the thing about Archangel Michael is that he's the archangel of protection and safety. And so I asked him, and he comes in this navy blue color. And so I asked that Archangel Michael surround me with that blue color of protection and safety. And the thing about it is I believe firmly, with absolute 100% total and complete faith, that nothing can get through Archangel Michael's protection. Nothing. So once you're inside Archangel Michael's protection, which is yours for the asking, it is yours for the asking. It is nothing, that is not magic. That is, well, it is sort of. It's the magic of heaven. And it is your birthright as the child of God, Goddess, universe, divine source, universe again. I don't care what you call it. Nothing can get through that. Nothing. Except that which is divine and of your highest, greatest good. So circling yourself with that is a great method for protection. In fact, I'm wearing Archangel Michael's colors right now. The blue and the gold. These are the colors that Archangel Michael comes in. So someone's saying it's hard to hear. I'm really sorry. I've had a cold, and this is all the voice that I have. So I'm sorry if I sound like Kathleen Turner, but this is just all I got. So let's see. Okay. All right, so Valerie is asking, can angels be felt? Yes. And because there were 4 particularly primary clairs, okay? C-L-A-I-R-S, clairs. And so there is clairaudience, which is to hear, clairvoyance, which is to see, clairsentience, which is to feel, and claircognizance, which is to know. And these are the 4 primary ways in which people get intuitive information, including connecting with their angels. No, not any one of them is better or worse than the others. The thing that you kind of have to keep in mind is very few people are so clairvoyant that they literally see an angel. I actually have a couple of friends who are like that, and I kind of don't want that power. But it's to see in the mind's eye. It's to hear in the mind's ear. Now, sometimes the angels will ramp up the energy, and literally when I heard Joshua's name for the very first time, I literally heard Joshua. That's part of what shocked me. And so sometimes if the angels have a message for you that they really want you to get, they'll push through the veil with this extra energy in order to make sure that you get that message. So Rose is from Denmark, and she wants to know the name of her guardian angels. And so right away I've got, I don't know where this name comes from, but it's Benito. Bernito. That seems Italian, but I don't know. Benito and Isabel. Benito and Isabel. So Jennifer is saying, do I have a primary guardian angel named Magdalena? Oh, no, she says, I think, yeah. So great. So does she have any messages for me? You know what? Let's go find out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to... I feel like going to Archangel Power Tarot cards. And so let's see what message that we have for her from Magdalena. And see, I talk about cards in here too, because cards are basically what I like to call a language of the divine. It's a way to talk to heaven. It's a way to talk to heaven. It gets our ego out of the way so that we can be a truer source, a truer connection to the divine in such a way as to get the messages that we need without second guessing those messages. All right, let's see. So the first card for you is a message. It's King of Ariel. So it sort of tells me that this is a card of abundance and prosperity and all those kinds of things, but this is a card that's sitting in the past. And so, hi Jennifer, don't freak out. And so one of the things that I think this message is basically trying to say to you is that you might have felt like abundance and prosperity is a thing that's been in the past for you, but isn't feeling as strong for you right now as you'd like it to be. So a sense that the richness of life is not quite where you want it to be in this moment, and you'd like to get some of that back. Now the next card for you is Four of Ariel. So this is a card, I call these kinds of cards duality cards, and it's where the message is either this or that. It can be a card where we are spending too much money or we are hoarding it. It can be a card where we're giving too much of ourselves emotionally, or a card where we are holding ourselves with a wall built around ourselves. And so this is a card that asks us to bring life back into balance. Perhaps bring back into balance the way that we see yourself as an abundant, prosperous, deserving child worthy of the abundance of the universe. Now, the last card is 3 of Raphael. Now, the nice thing about this card is that this is a card of celebration and excitement. It can be wonderful things like romantic, like falling in love and getting married, or graduating college, or getting a new job, or just wonderful, joyful, celebratory opportunities that come into your life. And so I think that what Magdalena is really trying to say to you is that whatever you had in the past, it is nowhere near as great as what you've got coming up. Nowhere near as great. And so just stay balanced. Don't let yourself go here, there, here, there, here, there. Find your balance, find your ground. Again, these cards are Archangel Power Tarot cards. So for those of you who are just tuning in, hi, I'm Radleigh Valentine. I'm the Hay House author of this stuff over here. And that includes my new book that I'm super excited about called How to Be Your Own Genie. Now, this is available for pre-order. You'll find a link in this post or on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/RadleighValentine, or my Instagram, which is @RadleighValentine. You can check out any of those things that you want to. And this is a book about how I changed my life from being a certified public accountant to my dream job of being an author and spiritual teacher with the best publishing place on the planet, Hay House Publishing. How I did it and how you can do the same thing, all of that is in there. Now, right now, Hay House is offering over $79 worth of free stuff. That's 5 times almost the cost of this book. Totally free to you. You just follow the link and follow the instructions, and if you pre-order the book, you're going to get videos from me on how to be your own genie, an audio meditation on abundance and prosperity, and an interview of Robert Holden interviewing me about how to have a magical life. So guys, that's all the time I have for you. I've had a great time talking to you. Please check out How to Be Your Own Genie. And always remember, like I'm always saying, life is magic.